Hi, everybody. I want to first say thank you to everybody behind this awesome conference. I'm really glad to be here. And I also want to say thank you to Aaron, because now my talk is going to suck. I think that his talk was awesome. And maybe you already noticed it. I'm from Spain. That's this ugly accent is for that. Okay. So I'm Raul Jimenez. I'm a front-end architect from Barcelona. I live there. I grew there. I born there. And I have a blog called Two Fucking Developers. It's a really interesting name for two developers, and it's a blog that where we talk basically about TypeScript and AngularJS. Usually I'm talking about AngularJS. I'm my friend Marcos, that he could lead it to come here. He usually talks about TypeScript. And here, do you have our Twitters? Elekash is my Twitter, and 2FDevs is the Twitter of the blog, where we usually post the news about or post on the blog, and also where we post on 2FDevs. Also, we talk about the new dates about Videogular, because this is what I'm going to talk about here. Video is the engine of the most important content that we have on the internet. That, of course, everybody knows that it's cats. Okay, so of course I'm born, okay, but mostly cats. I know that your filthy minds probably think about porn better, but no, it's cats, really. And so let's talk about video. Video, Cisco made a prediction that this week that for 2018, video is going to be in 84% websites on the internet. So in 3 years, we are going to see that almost every website is going to have a video. And I think that this is important because actually we have this, that this is the reality actually on the video. And we have this kind of black box where you just put a video and you have a controls that are pretty basic. And this is what users and companies expect usually, which is a gorgeous video player with your custom controls, and you usually want to also put some custom buttons or a different way to control the video. Okay, and this is what happens because happens because the video have some lags. For example, first of one. It's the poster only shows at the beginning, and you can't do basically nothing with this poster, with this image. And you can customize the controls, look and feel. So you can put, as I said, a different button to change the volume or to go to full screen, etc. You can add also your custom controls. You need to deal with that, and what you have is a basic control bar, and you can add, for example, a button to embed the video on your website. And of course, you have not also advertisement or live streaming support. And I understand that this is pretty normal because what the W3C is giving to you, it's a video tag only, and this video tag only must to play a video or an audio, okay, etc. And to solve this, there are a lot of video players that are really good video players. The JW Player, Videogular, Flow Player, OSMF. Lots of them started as a Flash project, and now they are an hybrid application that combines Flash and HTML5 video players. Lots of them also start by showing first a Flash player, and then, if there is no Flash support, fall back to HTML5. And now this is the opposite. So usually all those players show you HTML5 player, and then if it detects that the video tag is not available, they show you a Flash player for all browsers. But I think that those players are awesome. They are really, really easy to use. You just need to add a CSS file, some dependencies, because some players are using jQuery, for example, and the video library is JS, the video plugins JS, and just need to add this video tag with the source files, etc. And it's really easy to add a player with your look and feel, okay, and with some controls that are better to use and better looking, okay? But I think that we can make it better. There are, for me, better ways to do this. I think that this is an old model that worked in the past, but I think that with the new tools that we have available, like, for example, AngularJS, we can make something better. And this is the proposal that we have at Videogular. Videogular is an HTML5 video player. And we have a simple HTML5 API for designers. So what we pretend is to give to designers a few tags and attributes to them to let them build a video application without writing JS. We have also enabled JS API for designers, for developers, which allows two developers to create complex applications with video. This is, I want to remark that this is not only a video player. What we pretend to make here is to create a framework, a video framework, to build video applications, not just to put a video player. We have no Flash support. This hurts me a little bit because my background is as a Flash developer. I worked with Flash for lots of years, and I work with video players for Flash and video applications with Flash. But I think that it's time to move on, and I think that I will show you later why I think that Flash is not anymore needed to show a good video application and a good streaming. And we have also no legacy browser support, basically because AngularJS, it doesn't also provide a very, very good support for legacy browsers. So I think that with all of this and the Dash support, I will talk about Dash. Anybody here knows about Dash? No one knows what is Dash? Okay, that's cool. We are here for that, right? Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about how this API that we wrote works. So I want to start with the HTML5 API that, because web designers love HTML5 and CSS, we want to give to them a really easy to use API. So we start with a Videogular tag, and inside this Videogular, you can just put BG Media and BG Source tag, and a BG Media tag, and an attribute BG Source. And in Videogular, you can set a BG config attribute, and this attribute points to a JSON file. And that's all to make a video player to put a video player on the web with Videogular. This JSON file, I will show you later if you want. It's a pretty basic JSON file with just a little bit configuration about the sources files, for example. And then these sources files, what they made is you have a MP4, for example, and a list, an array of files like MP4, WebM, OGG, and then Videogular, what it makes is to take the better file that suits better for your browser and put the browser on, put the file on the video tag for you. So Videogular takes the better video file for your browser. And another thing that we make is to make it very easy to add plugins. For example, if you want to add a plugin, you only need to add the plugin BG buffering, and then inside Videogular tag, you just add your tag, BG buffering. So this is pretty easy. If you take a look to how this makes on other video players, you will see that this is pretty hard sometimes. And this is very, very, very easy. For a designer that he doesn't know anything about JavaScript, this is something that he really likes, you know? He just can put a BG buffering tag over there, and then just with CSS, he can change the color or the animation or whatever he wants. And they also can create their custom layouts. For example, this is how we made the control bar. Okay, so you have your Videogular tag, your BG media, and then inside controls, you have a list of buttons and widgets to control the video player. So you, for example, you have a play pause button and the time display where with Angular we can say how we want to show the time. So we can put here on the date filter HTML5 to show also hours. So we are giving again here to a designer a tool to change the way to show the time without changing the JavaScript. So for them, this is very easy. And anyway, they can just put in order here the controls, and the controls will appear in the same order that are put here. So if he wants to change the layout, he only needs to change to write another HTML. So this is very intuitive and very easy for them. Again, I think that we are giving to them the tools to create only, to write only HTML that they are good at writing HTML and CSS. They are not good at writing JavaScript. And again, in the same way, we can create basic interactions with HTML5. For example, a designer just can add a link and customize this link with CSS. Or we can, for example, create custom interactions with AngularJS. So he can, for example, show a layer when a button is clicked. And this is very, very easy also to use to a designer. He just doesn't need to learn a lot of JavaScript. It's like a simple API that it's pretty easy to use. And also, he can create complex interactions with the Videogular API. We have an API that is exposed to the HTML5. And for example, he can show here a section when with an ng-show AngularJS tag, when the current time is between 0 and 10 seconds. So this is something that a designer thinks that it's awesome, you know? When you showed this to him, their mind explode. Because they are not used to this. They are used to start writing JavaScript, and that's when that guys go to Stack Overflow and ask, hey, I'm just putting here a button click and it's not working. Okay, with this API, it will work. And also we have a JavaScript API for developers, which probably most of you are developers. So I want to show you how easy this is the API. And the API, for example, we have HTML5 callbacks. This is a callback. You just need to write Videogular, and inside Videogular you just can add VG player ready, and on player ready you will have the API, and you will know that Videogular is ready to use. Okay. because web developers love JavaScript, then you just take the API and on your scope.api, you can just start using the API. And this is a list of our callbacks, which are, well, pretty typical. You know, you can get when there's an error, or when the time has been updated, or when the video has been reached to the end. Okay, and we also have a Bindable API, which is pretty awesome. And with this API, you can, for example, change the source by setting just an equal, which is, I think, it is very easy. In this code, I must say that config provider and video provider are just some services that you have on your application, and the video provider.getVideo just gives you, for example, an array, as I said, an array of videos. I will show you later on a quick demo how to do this. You will see that this is very easy. And this is a list of our properties that you will see that they are also very useful. For example, we have we can know when we are in full screen, or which is the current volume. And if you set the volume will be changed on the player, and all the other plugins or whatever that are listening to this volume will be updated. So I think that this is a very cool feature that gives to us AngularJS, because bindings provide this very easy way to update all the interface. Okay, and we have also a few methods to finish the API. And for example, you can, as you saw later, on player ready, you can take just the API. And for example, we have here a on-click share method that it's called when you, for example, click a button on the video player, and you can just pop up a new layer, and you can pause the player on that moment. And then you can say, for example, with another method here, on share send, then scope.api.play, and you can just play the video when you have finished it to share the video. And this is the full list of methods that we have. We have play, pause, stop, play, pause, toggle full screen, etc. You will see that we have change source and set volume that are also bindable properties. And yes, you can do the same thing through a method or through a property binding, but this is up to you, so you can choose whatever you want. And I think that with those callbacks, those properties, and those methods, I think that we have a lovely API. I think that developers really appreciate this. We have a lot of documentation of how the API works, and I think that it's really interesting that developers have this for them. And I want to talk about Dash. Nobody knows what is this. What is it going to be? So mysterious. So what is Dash? Okay, this is the acronym for Dynamic Adaptive Streaming HTTP. It's a very cool name, Dash. And this new standard allows us to make streaming and live streaming on the video tag. And it's based on the Media Source Extensions API. Anybody knows about this, the Media Source Extensions API? Okay. Well, the Media Source Extensions API allows us to take a blob and put it on the video source, and the video will interpret this byte data and will play it on the video. And it's codec agnostic, that this is really important. because actually you can only do this with HTTP live streaming, which is a standard from Apple that it's called HLS, and you can do live streamings and so on, but it only works on mobile devices, and it only works second on H.264. And why is it so important? Okay, before Dash, we need Flash or JavaScript or Silverlight to do this, or HLS, that it only works on mobile devices, as I said, on H.264. And now, with Dash, everyone can create a streaming server with open source tools like Apache and FFmpeg. There are a few tutorials about how to do a streaming server. I recommend you to take a look to the Mozilla website, which they have a few tutorials about how to do that. If anyone wants the URL, I think that I have the URL on my bookmarks, and I could send you to you. It also has content protection, which also was only possible with Flash or Silverlight. And this content protection is made with encrypted media extensions that are also a new standard, and it's a new API. I think that at HTML5 Rocks, you can take a look to this new API, which is really, really interesting. I think that a lot of people get a little bit angry because they said, no, the web is open, and you are putting me video protected now on the web. But I think that this is a must on the video on the web, because if you worked for TV companies, I worked on the past for TV, they need to protect their content, and they need to protect not only by geo APIs, but also to allow not to download the video and protect that the users can download the video and play it offline. And this is a completely open project, and I think that it's really interesting. We are supporting Dash instead of HLS, which is usually what other players do. I think that HLS is really interesting, but we prefer to support Dash because it's open and it's what the W3C is working on. We have a BG Dash plugin, which uses the Dash.js library. I totally recommend you this project. This is an open source project led by big companies like Akamai, Microsoft, Qualcomm, and so on. And you can take a look to the project that it's here. And if you want to protect your videos, this is the way. This is the way to proceed, okay? It's a very, very, very good way to protect the content on your videos. Yeah, and also again, there is no Apple here in this group of companies. That's because what I say later, that they use HLS. And how it works, the Videogular Dash plugin? Very easily, just BG Media, on your BG Media tag, just add a BG Dash attribute, and on your BG source, add a source with an MPD file, which is basically an MPD file. It's something similar to a SMIL or what HLS is using right now, which basically has a list of videos in different qualities, and then the Dash library will choose gather information about your network and your download bitrate, which video fits better for you. So if you are watching the video on a crappy mobile device, or under a crappy internet connection, they will give you, the Dash plugin will give you a video with a low resolution. But if you have a very good connection, then you will have the better resolution. And when I saw this, that I could do this on a browser right now, I say, oh my God, this is awesome. I was totally broken. I thought that we can never do this on HTML5. And when I saw this, I say, okay, here we have something huge. I think that Dash is going to change the video on the web forever, for me, for real. I think that this is going to be totally a game changer. So demo time. I have 20 minutes still, so I want to show you this application that is Steam. I don't know how it's pronounced. This is a newspaper on Germany. They made this application. I'm not involved on this. I totally swear. These guys take the project that it's on GitHub and start coding. And one day I was searching about some Videogular projects on GitHub, and I saw this. All the code is available on GitHub. So if you take a look for Soulfish on GitHub, you will see all the code available there. I think that this project is really cool. I want to show you very quickly. And you will see why, for me, this is what I say a video application, okay? So if you take a look to this on your mobile devices, you will see that this works really fast on a mobile device. I'm really impressed about this. And what this application is doing is they are listening to the current time of the video or the audio, and they are showing you layers or executing some animations over a map. I think that this is really interesting. The first one is pretty basic and only shows a video, and you will see that when the video finishes, he has taken the incomplete callback and is showing a layer. Okay, very easy. Okay, now it's when I say, fuck, this shit is good. Okay, now this is the video again, but this is not a video. This is a map that is listening to the changes on the audio, and you will see how the layers are being drawn. Meanwhile, the audio is progressing. I think that this is a very interesting use of the technology, use of the bindings in AngularJS. In the next chapter, you will see how the same, but also not showing only layers over the map, but layers like this one. I think that this is really interesting use of AngularJS, video, map. It's a really fast application. Awesome work of this newspaper.
They gather in the sky above Reading, close to London. There they join the crowd of the bombers. Together they build a queue about 100 kilometers long.
Very cool, right?
PM, the aircraft are sighted above the French coast. From there, they head for Heilbronn, their target.
And also is using, by the way, Angular Translate. Okay, so we saw this, and I think that this may seem pretty hard to do, right? But the thing is that this is easier than one can think. I'm going to show a little demo. You have all the code available here. You can just take here and go there, fork it, complain like Aaron said. And I want to show you how to do something similar in a few lines of code. I think that I'm okay with time, 10 minutes. Okay. No. Okay. Ubuntu just freaked out. Okay. Mantener. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you first what we want to do. Okay. So we have this. Right now, it's just a video player that it doesn't work. It's not a failure. It just simply doesn't work because I have not put the video yet. So we have an application with a resolve that takes the video, a video file that we have here in a JSON. Okay, just take in your mind that this is a REST API, for example. And then we can just we have here a simple object in a collection. And we have a sources, for example, here, that shows a few videos, MP4 for Chrome, WebM for Firefox, for example. And we have here also a quizzes that to show on when the video is progressing, a questionnaire, a form to the user, and then the user will choose the correct answer. And if he chooses the correct answer, the video is going to play again the video. So this is pretty easy to do. We have here the HTML. The HTML, as you can see, it's just Videogular, VG Media, and we have, for example, here controller.video. So first of all, what we need to do is to say this dot video equals video data. So now we have in our controller video our sources. And then our sources are this. And Videogular will choose the perfect file for our browser. So if we just reload, okay, this is the lovely music of my girlfriend and the lovely voice of Carl Sagan.
The aggregate orange.
Okay, we now have just take a look to this. We only set an equality here, and here only say that VG sources are the sources. And that's all. Videogular do all the dirty job for us. Okay, now we have the controls. And with the controls, you will see that we have here controls, play, pause button, time display. This is the order, the exact order of the things here. For example, I can just take the full script button, cut it, I put it here, and it works. It just changed the order on this is what they say that is awesome for designers. They can just create the entire layout of the video player. And now, for example, we have here a section, and we are just saying, okay, I want that this layer will be shown when the current time is between this time. What we want to do here is to take the API. So we just say, okay, ready, on player ready. And here we will say, OK, on player ready, we will take the API, and we will say that this.api is equal to API. So we have now the API. Control the video.title. Sure. Thank you. Live coding has these things. OK, now we have the layer. So when we play the video, we will see that if I browse, OK, just that layer disappeared. OK, this is the magic of bindings on AngularJS brought to the video. I think that this is awesome. And now we can show the quizzes. So we can say, for example, OK, so the quizzes are here. I'm going to create a variable here for the quizzes, for example. And here we are. We have the quizzes, OK? We have the quizzes here because I have here an entry repeat, etc. And now, what I want to do is to listen to the changes on the current time and show the quizzes on the time when the time arrives to the show at property. OK? So this is very easy. I can just take here, and I will say that this.quiz is my selected quiz. OK? And then what I'm going to do is to listen to changes on update time. This is a callback on Videogular that sends to me the current time and the duration. And here, what I need to do is to add the callback. I think that this is the way. OK. And now, let's take a look to this. OK. And now, inside the main.js, what I'm going to see is if we have quiz and the current time it's bigger than this quiz 0 dot show at, then we will pause the player. And we will see this. We will see that show this. And here, what we are going to say is that this will be only show when quiz.show. So now, the video is not showing. I have an error here because quiz 0, no. Oops. OK. Totally dump. OK, better. Now it will work. OK, no errors, right? No errors, hooray. OK, so if we start the player, we will see like when we arrive to 20, it's shown with an animation because we are using ng-animate. And now what we want to do is to say, OK, when we press and reply response the correct answer, I want to send the form and to start again the video. So we are going to here, and what we are going to say is, OK, on submit this form, just tell me what this guy just sent. And we will see here on send form function. OK, see, this is the correct answer. Excuse me, this is not true. This is this answers.length -1. And we will say that this dot answers. I know that it could be a little bit hard to understand right here, but do you have all the code available on GitHub, just in case you want to take a look to it? So what we are doing here, it's if this is the correct answer, I want to play the video, just remove the first element on my quizzes, and set as the current quiz the first quiz available. So we will have here all the answers on this ng repeat, and each input radio it's modeled on this controller.answers. So we are storing the answers on this variable. Oops. And we are just checking if the current quiz it's correct against the answer selected. So if we just take a look to this, lovely music again.
This distant vantage point.
Lovely Sagan.
The Earth.
OK, how much amazing is Videogular? Pretty amazing.
Might not seem of any
We just
particular
play the video. OK,
but for
we
everyone you know,
seek forward.
everyone you ever.
OK, a band from 90s. I think that it's not. It is not working. But if I select the correct answer, it works.
Every human
OK.
being who ever was.
So I think that this is a very, very easy way and a very fast way to create video applications with AngularJS. I've done this before with Flash, and I can tell you that this is pretty much harder to do. And I will go back to the slides if I found no here. Oh, OK. So basically, this is all. OK, OK here. Basically, this is all. For me, the future of HTML5 is you need to create an HTML5, a JavaScript API, support Dash, not Flash, support the encrypted media extensions, and of course, AngularJS 2.0 and web components that for me is going to bring a new fresh air on the web. So that's all. Thank you. If you have any questions.